Let's start with WatsonX Assistant. So you can go to the website, which is IBM's WatsonX Assistant website, and here you can sign up for a free trial. You can even book a demo, and you can look at all the different features that are available, overviews, use cases, what are the different features, what are the industries that it supports. You can look at the reviews that people have left, and next steps again, which is start a free trial. So I would recommend you go to start a free trial, but before that, you can go to the bottom here and actually you can play with IBM Watson X Assistant, which is incorporated in their website. In here, you'll probably see it says, Welcome, ask me about Watson X Assistant, or select an option below to get started. Now I can go through one of these options. I can say learn more about Watson X Assistant, and it will tell me more about it. It will give a video with a demo over here of how WatsonX Assistant works. You can read about it, and if you want to know more details, click on yes. It's going to show you a video here of how, give some text and also a video of how to implement a WatsonX Assistant using the free trial version. You can select an option to look at more case study, look at a specific case study. You can look at an interactive demo, bunch of different things. So you can play around with this even without signing up. So once you're done with this and happy and want to sign up with and create your own assistant, just click on start a free trial. And this will take you to creating a new account with IBM Cloud. If you have an account, log in with that. If you don't, just go ahead and fill out this form. Once you have filled out this form, I would say go back to cloud.ibm.com, or it will automatically take you there. And here is where you can look at all the different options that are available. And we're going to start with use Watson Assistant. So I'm going to go here, click on this Watson Assistant, and it will give you an option to create and talk about what is it about. I'm going to select create. I'm going to select a location which is close to me. Since I'm in North America, I'll probably have no idea which one is closer, but I'll select Washington DC. I think that's closer. I have a 30-day trial period with no credit card needed, and I have all these different options and limits around available here. I also have everything you need to get started, which is also free, and it has again its limits around here, and then a plus plan. So depending on what your need is, pick one just to try. If you're just here to play around, just select the trial and that should be good for you. I can say I have read and agree to the following license agreements. You can look at them. I've already read them, so I don't have to go through that again. And I'll say create. This will take me to the WatsonX Assistant CP. That's the name that it gave it. So I'm okay with that. And since it's a trial version, or else you can always edit those things. I'm going to go ahead and say launch WatsonX Assistant. You can always go through the tutorials and it will open up a page which will show you step by step of whatever I'm doing here with much more details. I'm going to go back here. It also has your API keys if you want to call an API behind the door. There's URL available. So these options are available. I'm going to go ahead and say launch WatsonX Assistant. Close this one, and here I'm going to say create your first assistant. That's what you'll see. Since there's nothing created yet, you'll also see how many days are left. 3 days left, which of trial, so that shows up there. I'm going to call this one travel agent. Add a description here, helps you plan your vacation. Let's say English. There are multiple languages available depending on which language you want to select, but I'm going to keep it to English. Next. It will give you an option to personalize your assistant, where you can say that what platform or where will you be deploying this. Are you going to deploy it to a web, voice, SMS? We're going to look at some of these other options later, but for this particular video I'm going to go through the web series. So this is how it will look like on your website, same as what we saw on IBM's website. Now it's going to ask me, tell me about yourself. So I'm going to just pick some random stuff. I'm in transportation industry. I am the lead strategist, and I want to provide confident answers to common questions. That's what I'm going to say. Go next. Here I'm going to give a name. I'm going to call it TA Assistant, something like that, TA Assistant. Then that's the name that will show up on the top. You can always give the full name. something like that, and that will show up on the top. Next, you can select so Carbon for AI. This is a basic layout that is available for internal IBM products, and there's also standard for virtual agents. So I'm going to use the standard version. You can also add an avatar here. Avatar needs to be a square image between 64 by 64 to 100 by 100. So if you have an image, just add it there. It will show up in there. I'm going to use the dark background. I'm going to use some random colors just for the fun of it. Why not? And then the size of the web chat on this page will not change by updating these fields, and they are disabled here. So I'm going to leave that as it is. If you want the IBM watermark, you can turn it on. If you don't want it, you can turn it off. I'm going to turn it off for now. Go to the next page, and this is how your assistant will look on a web page. That's what it's showing me here. You can go back and customize your web chat. You can copy link to share with other people. That is also available, but I'm going to just jump in and say create. So this creates, it has some messages about new releases and stuff, so I'm going to ignore that because depending on when you're looking at this video, it will show different messages. Here, the first thing that I want to do, actually show you around. So we have the enhance your assistant option where you can improve your assistant with bunch of different, like you can customize your greeting, you can create a fallback plan, set up for search, you can do preview and debug, but build actions is what we're going to look at in this particular video. There is assistance architecture. It shows like the travel agent can have actions, it can have fallbacks, so it kind of shows you an overall structure of your assistant. So I'm going to go ahead and start with build actions. And if you see, there's option also to do actions from here. You can preview again how your assistant looks like, publish, and also look at your different environments that are available. I'm going to go to build actions and our first action. So I'm going to start clicking on it, and it will give me an option of start from scratch or quick start from templates. So there are templates available which you can pick for different industries, different options. You can have as simple as date and time control, hobbies, bunch of different options that are available. You can play with them, but I am going to go ahead and say start from scratch. And then it asks me, what does your customer say to start this interaction? I want to go for vacation. Save. Again, you can go back here and make sure that you have a bunch of different faces available. Vacation, please. Where should I go for holidays? Give me some vacation plan. It's good to give 5 different options. Take me to somewhere where the sun never sets. Something. So that's the first step. Second step is giving your conversation steps. So I'm going to close this, and here in the conversation steps, in this particular action, I am going to say, what does the assistant say once you say I want to go for vacation? So the assistant will say, do you have a place in mind? So it's going to ask the user, do you have a place in mind? And you can say define custom response. You can give options, but in this case it looks like more of a yes and no question, so you can go with confirmation. You can also go with free text, but doesn't suit this question. There's regex, number, date, time, currency, percentage, all these different options available. I am going to select confirmation for this, and this will be their answer. Let's say continue to next step. Next step is, again, now you click on the next step button. For this, on the top, I'm going to say with conditions. Now, depending on what the user selects, yes or no. So you can go click on that question. Do you have a place in mind? It was already selected. And if the user says yes, I am going to say, where would you like to go for vacation? And this, I will give the customer an option for free text. So they can enter whichever destination they want to go to. And I'll say continue to next step. That's what it will do. Next step. And this is, what if they say no here? So with conditions, action, do you have a place in mind? But if they say no, I am going to ask them, would you like to go to one of these places? Select one. And I am going to give them options. In this particular case, I'm going to say, do you want to go to Paris? Do you want to go to Madrid? Do you want to go to Amsterdam? Or do you want to go to, say, Tokyo? Apply. So I'm giving them a bunch of options and they will pick one of these to go to the next step. Now here, I want to bring all these different answers to one single step, because if you look at the visualization, based on what we have created, it's going to go from, do you have a place in mind? If they say yes, it's going to ask them, where would you like to go? And they'll enter some free text. If they say no, then I'll say pick from one of these and then bring them to this particular option. So in this particular option, the step number 4, I'm going to say with conditions. And here I'm going to say action variables, and that is coming from, let's say if it's coming from where would you like to go for vacation, and they have given a free or item free text here that is defined, or they're coming from number 3 and they have selected one of these options. So I'm going to say defined because it can be any of those options. And here now I will, that's a great destination. Here is a link to see all our travel plans for that particular destination, but I don't know what they picked. So I'm going to go FX here and I am going to say, depending on what they selected. So for example, action steps. So select where would you like to go for vacation. I'm going to select that and continue to next step. So that's what I've selected. Oh, also I've asked sending a link. So I'm going to say click here for details. Now in here, I'm going to give a link. I'm going to give my website, apply, and then save it and play. Welcome, how can I assist you? And I'm going to say vacation. Do you have a place in mind? I'll say yes. Where would you like to go for vacation? And I'll say Athens. I'll say that's a great destination. Here's a link to see all our travel plans for Athens. I can go and reset this. Say where, welcome, how can I assist you? Again, vacation, please. Do you have, nope, I don't have one in mind. I'm going to go to Madrid. And as you see, it doesn't give me that option here because I have not selected that place. So I'm going to go here and say, let me close this for now, add another one. What if they came from number 3? Oops. Go here, function action step. Okay, so that kind of takes care of it. Go ahead and save it, preview, refresh, vacation. Do you have a place in mind? No. And it will suggest me places. I'm going to say Amsterdam, and it will say plans for Amsterdam, and it will give me this link, which if I click, as I mentioned, I gave it to my website. There you go. And then there's no additional steps. So it's going to say there's no additional steps, but I am going to say continue. Also, let me transfer you to an agent to book your tickets. And to the next step, I will say connect to an agent. And here you can say, let's send you to an agent. So this is what it's going to tell you. There are no agents available, or you can give optional messages. You can select an integration based on what you want to use and then apply that at the end of it. So let's save this, preview, refresh, vacation. Do you know? Say Madrid. It says life agent support. Let's send you to an available agent. There's no additional steps because this is where it will connect me to an agent. If I click this button, and it will take me there. So this is a quick introduction to WatsonX Assistant. I hope you got through these and try out the different options that are available here. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thank you.